Really appreciate your time here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So I'm just going to take a few minutes to ask you a few questions about your experience working with K&J and our work generating targeted sales for mission access through our growth hacking platform.
Sounds great.
All right, so the first question I have for you, Jonathan, is what was the one obstacle that would have prevented you from buying from us?
Yeah, I think the thing that would keep us from moving forward with K&J is a lack of transparency. So it's very common to interact with people that can sell you anything and can provide services that you can't provide to yourself. And, especially with launching a new organization, you're kind of bombarded with those sales pitches. So I think what stuck out to us was you coming to the table with not only a real plan, but also something that was clearly transparent in how that execution would happen. And if that execution didn't happen, a way to make adjustments on the fly, both financial adjustments, time adjustments, and output adjustments.
Awesome. And so do you feel that we made the adjustments proactively?
Absolutely, especially in the initial stages. I think the continual communication and kind of the high touch level of the programs that you were offering and the services that you were offering, it made it very clear to us that you were actively engaged. You weren't just looking for a check at the beginning of the month and then a follow-up call a month later with just kind of a punch list of things that were done, but it was something that you were actively working on because we saw dynamic changes in the decisions that we were making and sharing back with you, and also the kind of the reach out from your team with questions. Is this what you're looking for? Hey, what do you think about this? And really looking for active feedback from us as well.
Awesome. Definitely areas that we try to emphasize. I think we do that because that's what we appreciate from our vendors. So,
Sure.
so what was there any discoveries or what did you find as a result of working with us? What was there any aha moments or um, findings from working with us?
Yeah, so I've worked with a few marketing companies in the past. Again, I think just being open and honest in both the communication and the work that's being performed was probably the biggest aha. And as any new company wants, they want the phone to ring, and that certainly has started to happen. I think the other aha for us is how personally engaged the team at K&J has been with the actual outcome of the services they're providing.
Awesome. So it sounds like transparency was the number one. My next question was, what's the biggest feature or benefit that you noticed? But it sounds like transparency. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, I think there's certainly that. I think the other piece is there was a confidence from us that even when there were those things that maybe we didn't understand, that you were communicating back, whether it be SEO or anything kind of on the backside of the website. There was a level of a combination of patience in kind of walking us through that, which I think gave us.
So Jonathan, can you estimate the number of leads that you have experienced, or the uptick that you've experienced working with K&J?
Yeah, I would say that we're in the 20 to 25% increase in incoming leads, and which have turned to transactions for us in the 3 to 4 months that we've been working actively with you.
Cool. And do you have any estimate on how much in sales that's driving for you guys?
Yeah, so we're probably, that's probably increased our sales between, $15,000 and $20,000 a month.
Awesome. Cool. All right. And can you name off 3 other benefits beyond, we talked about transparency and we talked about the proactive communication. What are 3 other benefits that you've noticed from working with us?
Yeah, I think outside of those benefits, one of the benefits would be responsiveness. Anytime we have a question or there's something we want to alter or change, there's a response within hours, typically not only responding to the question, but actually making that happen. Another thing that may stick out is again, I think just the connectivity from your team and our team, and being able to, and that probably comes from the open communication and transparency. And you're only going to get two out of me because I can't think of a third one off the top of my head.
It's all good. Yeah, I really appreciate it. So would you recommend our service to other stairlift providers?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you're probably garnering a knowledge of the industry, through working with us, and through also probably even more so maybe from the research that you and your team have already done. So I would have no problem recommending you.
Awesome. Really appreciate that. Is there anything else you'd like to add, just off the top of your head, things that have come across your mind that?
I think if I was going to say anything, again, you've kind of helped us with, kind of looking at that third thing. I probably should have said flexibility, where you've offered, hey, I can provide this additional kind of a la carte service for an additional figure, or you can do part of that work, or you can do all of that work, and I'll kind of provide you some feedback on that. So I think that, that transparency, the flexibility, the responsiveness, all of those things combined have really been a good fit for us.
Awesome. Well, Jonathan, I really appreciate your time. It's been such a pleasure working with you, and I'm glad we can find such a good synergy.
Yeah.
Without further ado, I really appreciate it. Have a great afternoon, okay?
All right. Thanks so much.
All right. Jonathan, can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah.
So I have my headphones in, and I realized that the audio wasn't recording. Do you mind if I ask the first 2 questions again?
Oh, man.
Well,
my price just went up.
Oh, man. All right. Tell me the invoice. We'll credit it to your bill. What was the obstacle that would have prevented you from working with us?
Yeah, that's a great question, Jonathan. I think one of the things that we've dealt with in the past with any kind of online marketing assistance is that we have people that maybe are speaking their language, not ours. They're more concerned with getting the check deposited than they are with sharing their results. And I think had we seen that happen with your agency, we probably would have walked away, as we walked away from some other agencies. But the big difference has been that you came to the table not only with solutions, but with a transparent execution plan on how those solutions were going to truly make an impact to our bottom line.
Did you want the level of detail that we got to, or did we get too nitty-gritty with you?
I think there was a decent balance there of you sharing a lot of detail and then us kind of pumping the brakes when we didn't understand that detail, and which gave us 2 choices. You could kind of keep diving in and sharing that and explaining that to a couple of guys that won't remember it anyway. But because of that, I think it provided a confidence level to each of us to say, hey, that's fine. We can tell you've got this, and kind of set you loose to do what you do best.
Awesome. All right, and the last question, what did you find as a result of buying this product and service?
Yeah, absolutely. We saw results. So the phone's ringing more, our email contacts are increasing, and just, I think, through, I'll use the term organic growth, I think we're just have a stronger online presence that's not only allowing us to people to find us, but that's also transitioning into some ancillary business that may not have been available to us in the past. So yeah, it's been a great fit.
Awesome. Good to hear, and really appreciate your business and your partnership here. So, all right, we're good now. I'm going to stop the recording.